Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Yo yo, what up though, people? Like to welcome everybody back to the Keep the C Note podcast. I'm your boy Brown. To the left of me, I got.
You got your boy Jon.
To the right of me, I got Vito. And we just ready to keep it a C note with y'all. We appreciate all the feedback we've been getting. Everybody that been subscribing on YouTube. Everybody that been sharing our links, sharing the show and all that. We definitely appreciate y'all. Everybody that's been commenting as well. But what we got going on, fellas?
All right, folks out there. If y'all can give me y'all top 5 women NBA players of all time. WNBA players of all time. My bad.
Action.
I only had one sip. What's y'all top 5 WNBA players of all time?
Who you want to go?
You started off, Brown. Who you got? It's your number 5.
Number 5, straight out of North Philly, I got Dawn.
Okay.
No problems with her, right?
No.
Dawn's a beast.
Yep, and she's a beast at coaching too. So I got her at 5. Number 4, I got Candace Parker.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just won a chip again. So number 3, I got Lisa Leslie. She won 2 chips, 3 MVPs and all that, and she was Candace, I guess, before Candace. Number 2, I really wanted to put this girl number 1 because the way she hoops, and she's still hooping like that right now.
Who's that?
It's like she's on a different level with it. Diana Taurasi.
I knew you was going to say that. You said what you said.
I just think Diane. I struggled. I wanted to put her number 1 so bad. The only reason why I didn't put her number 1 because number 1 actually has 4 chips, and they was calling her the Michael Jordan of the WNBA.
Okay.
And that's Cynthia Cooper. That's my number 1. The first 4 titles, she won them joints. Then she took a little break, came back one more year, and but yeah, they was at one time calling her Michael Jordan of WNBA. That's my number 1. But Diana is debatable. So if one of these guys, which they probably both go left, don't got neither one of them as number 1. But if any of them got Diana, or y'all got Diana number 1, I won't be mad.
All right. Who you got, Vito?
Well, I kept it more current. All the people on my list are currently playing in the WNBA.
All right.
Of course.
My number 5 is Sue Bird.
All right.
She's still getting it done.
Sue Bird done though, right?
Well,
Is this her last year?
This was her last year, I believe.
Yeah, she's like the ultimate point guard.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Candace Parker. She's still getting it done.
Yeah.
Like you said, she just won a chip. My number 3 is Taurasi. Because Taurasi she plays like.
She like T-Mac out of somebody.
Right. I'm trying to think of like
NBA
that comparison.
Yeah, I can't get it, but she's like somebody like
she
that.
just is unstoppable. She's just a little on the older side right now.
Number 3?
Yeah, because she's a little on the older side right now.
Okay.
My number 2 is Maya Moore.
Okay.
And my number 1 is Deladon. She just be unstoppable out there.
All right.
That's cool. You know what I mean? Since you all put the current twist on it, though. But if you had to go all time, who would be number 1? Do you know? Cooper.
Yeah. And I got 5, and I don't want to put him in those specific.
Hold on, let me stop you. And you know, Cooper is really the one who brought over the Euro step over here? Cynthia Cooper?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
I seen
either.
a documentary about her the other day.
Yeah, I ain't know that. That's something that's new to me.
All right, but I'm gonna throw out 5 names, no specific order or whatever.
Oh, here we go. Action. Here we go. It's a whole movie with this guy.
So Maya Moore.
5.
No, if I had to put it 5, it would definitely. I would probably put Dawn Staley at 5. Then I would put Maya Moore. I mean, I know where Dawn Staley came from, but I got to see a little bit more of Maya Moore, even though Dawn Staley's more of my time. I would probably have to put Candace Parker. Yep, and then Cynthia Cooper, and then the Jordans, Lisa Leslie. I think she's. I don't know.
Y'all didn't.
I don't think
Lisa Leslie don't got more chips than Cynthia Cooper.
She don't, but I think she's a person that kind of put the WNBA on the map, though, kind of.
Why you say that?
Because she was the first person, to go up and dunk.
I think what you're saying. She made it more.
She gave it a platform. I mean, it's not I'm not going to talk about how crazy the platform is now, but she gave it a platform back then. And
I can't agree with that, man.
I think she made it. She took it to the next level.
I can't
Cynthia
even
Cooper in them. She did.
Yeah, she's the one that paved the way. I don't think she's as good as them, but
I mean, paved the way is Cynthia Cooper. There's no doubt about it. Paved the way because when the league first started, she was the face of the league. So you got to say she paved the way. That's what I'm trying to say. Lisa Leslie, if anything, I would say more so what Vito said, like helped it going after, because you got to also look. Dawn Staley, like we didn't get a lot of her in the WNBA that because they were a little bit. Once the WNBA finally came out, they had all them years playing overseas.
No, but Lisa Leslie was sold to us. No, because she had to endure. Cynthia Cooper, I give it to her. She was the baller, but Lisa Leslie was sold to us. She had endorsement. Right, she was on TV. She is the person that. It's a business. It is a business. It is a business. Whether NBA. WNBA, it's a big. They forced the public eye to take an eye on her.
Why you think that?
If you trash, you can't be sold to me.
That was a plus. But she was tall as hell.
I can see the dunking thing, like they selling it on.
And they did.
She was alright.
She was no.
They can't sell you anybody. You got to be nice.
They sold
who was it? You
Simmons?
seen?
How they sell Ben Simmons?
What you mean?
Ben Simmons.
A lot of niggas.
And you seen Lisa Leslie like on Martin, plenty of shows and stuff like that. She was there.
She was already who she was.
All right, but see, and like I said, I didn't say Lisa Leslie was my number one. This was no specific order, but she was the last one that I did name though.
He did say one now.
Yeah, my last one to name. My last one to name.
Action.
Michael
Jordan.
But as far
after I said Cynthia Cooper was the Michael, they was.
But as far as game goes, Cynthia Cooper, I think she got the game hands down in WNBA.
No, I think as far as
game,
Cynthia Cooper, I would put her overall as number one. As from then till now, as far as ushering in the game, being the shit.
Candace Parker, Maya Moore, they got
think nobody has a better game than Diana Taurasi.
That's a fact. Right now, if we doing like I did overall, and like I said, being as though Cynthia won the first 4 titles, and she was the top player on when the WNBA first came in, that's why I put her number one. But like I said, it was a struggle because Diana Taurasi game is more evolved. They was when we had the conversation, I said, you notice how when we played ball, we didn't play with a lot of dudes that was athletic. Even if you played with that one dude that can only go right, he still had platinum basic moves where he could get his stuff off every time. You see what I'm saying? And I think when that game, the way the game used to be played and how it's played now, overall, Diana may be better than her, but being as though Cynthia got them 4 rings, she got to go top for me.
Okay.
But so I don't know. But what else we got going on?
All right. Let me get y'all on the top with the NBA 75th anniversary team that they just put out. If y'all could take 3 players off and put 3 players on, who would it be?
Yeah. Oh, but before we talk about that list, though, can I just say, because y'all kind of beat me up not too long ago, a couple episodes ago, right? Because my guys, John Havlicek is on that, John, right? Mm-hmm. Is Havlicek on there?
No.
He's on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? My man Worthy that I always bring up is on there, right?
Yep, James Worthy.
Nobody had no problem with Worthy.
Yeah, but y'all had a problem with Havlicek, right? But wait a minute. I know who not on there.
Who?
Jamal Crawford.
So, that man.
You know who else not on there? I see who else on there. Dr. J. But you were saying Grant Hill was
But there's plenty of 6 men that won the awards that not on here, though.
But what I'm saying is I see Dr. J. He was saying Grant Hill was better than Dr. J.
Let's do the math. Grant Hill didn't play as long as Dr. J.
This is what I told you.
Hold on.
I can't bet.
I'm comparing the game. I ain't comparing the longevity of the game. I think Grant Hill has a better game. And as far as having to check over Jamal Crawford, Havlicek played on the Celtics where they won how many chips with him? Jamal Crawford ain't got no chips. Man. That's why he on there.
Yeah.
How many of them dudes from Boston is in the Hall of Fame that really ain't that great? Quite a few of them.
Well, I don't know, but they got a couple people on this list.
Yeah, exactly.
But what we doing? Now, who going first?
I'll let Vito start this one off.
The lefty.
Now, as far as who don't deserve to be on the list, I can't really say because there's a lot of dudes on this list that is before my time that I would automatically take them off because I never seen them play. Right. So I'm gonna just say who I think deserve to be on the list.
Okay. Right. You gotta take somebody off.
Okay, I'm gonna take.
All right, give one.
We can't take.
I'm gonna take off.
Look, I told you he in his second childhood. Look.
Paul Arzon. I don't know who that is.
Look, he always gonna do that.
He gonna take them off. I don't know who these guys are. I'm gonna take off Dave Cowens.
You tripping?
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
He another Boston boy.
Exactly.
He another Boston boy, Dave Cowens.
And what was it? And Dolph Shades, I think his name is. He probably a Boston boy. He sound like a Boston boy. What I'm gonna say, I think Klay Thompson deserved to be on there.
Right.
Vince Carter deserved to be on there, and Tracy McGrady deserved to be on that list.
Why? Just time out. Why Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter?
Because they're like AI type of players, not as big, not as polarizing worldwide as AI, but they helped change the game in that era. Like them guys were one-man armies.
Did either of them one-man armies ever make it to the finals like AI?
No. So what the fuck does that got to do with how good they were?
Because you can't.
Anybody can make it. See, this is where you
got to measure it on team success a little.
On a good team.
No, time out. I'm telling you what you guys do. You guys only go for dudes that put up buckets, bro.
So is that better than for you only going for average to below average niggas?
None of my niggas is below average.
Let me finish. You're going to average to below average niggas who are on championship teams and saying they're good because they got a ring. That don't make you good.
None of my niggas are below average. I do you one better. James Harden shouldn't be on that 75 list. Okay. Klay Thompson should be on there in this place. Klay Thompson got 3 rings. He plays both sides of the court. He plays both sides of the court. He's arguably top 3 greatest shooter all time in the NBA.
Okay.
And he won one of them chips where he was the second option, where it was just him and Steph.
So you saying he should be on?
He should be on there. Harden shouldn't be on there.
I agree, and I disagree
Next.
at the same time.
Why do you disagree?
Harden is better than quite a few.
Harden is a better scorer. That's it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So when we was
argued.
Hold on. When we was asking who was the top 5 2 in the league, was Harden on your list?
Harden was number 1 coming into the season because Klay Thompson was hurt into this season.
Okay, so Klay Thompson wasn't hurt. Klay would have been number 1?
Yeah, and no, I can't say Klay would have been number 1 because if he wasn't hurt last year, if he played last year, yeah. If I knew he was Klay, yeah,
so
he would be number 1.
So that would have made Harden number 2, right?
Yes, it would have made Harden number 2.
So if Harden is number 2, you're telling me on this list of 75, all them dudes are better than Harden? Even you put Klay in, and you say you take Harden out. You're telling me all them 74 other dudes are better than Harden on this list?
I'm telling you Harden is off the list. That's what I'm telling you. You ain't answering
my question. That's 74 of these dudes better than Harden?
Obviously. Klay is.
I'll take
Klay is. Next person I'm taking off. And I hate to do it. But the name of the show is called Keep It a C-Note. I'm taking Dame Dollar off. No. I'm putting Manu Ginobili on there from the gun box. No. From the gun box.
Where the gavel at?
Grab the gavel.
Oh, but you just spin.
Grab the gavel, grab whatever you want. I'm putting Manu Ginobili on there. And I will quote you from a couple episodes ago. 4th quarter when you needed a basket. You said the ball didn't go to Timmy. You specifically said the ball went to Manu. I told you that was ludicrous, but
no, it's not.
That shit.
Go look at the Lakers championship. He's the only nigga going to the basketball.
Manu has the rings. Again, Dame is Dame is a better scorer than Manu, but Manu is a better player.
No, he's not.
Lastly, and I know a couple people is gonna kill me for this. I know these two guys gonna kill me because they hate dudes that don't do nothing but score. If they score, they love them. They do anything other than that, they're bums in these two guys. I'm taking Anthony Davis off the list. Yes, Anthony Davis won a chip with LeBron in LA, but other than that, when AD had his own team, he did nothing. That's not true. He went to the playoffs with that team. He went to the playoffs one time in how many years? How many years did they had the worst record in the league or top 3 worst record?
He did something. He went to the playoffs.
I'm taking him off. I'm putting somebody on that did more than him when they had their own team. I'm putting Mutombo on there. Number 2 all time in blocks.
Okay.
He's the first ever number 1 seed, number 8 seed to knock off a number 1 seed. Remember he got the ball cry. That was his team.
I remember that.
The Sixers went to the chip not after they got AI, not after they got Aaron McKee, but after they traded for Dikembe.
I will not allow you to
time out.
Let him finish.
Time out. Number 2.
I'm not even going to.
Number 2 all time blocks, right? Number 8 All-Stars. He won Defensive Player of the Year 4 times. All defensive team 2 times. You got it. They got
all that being said,
and this is famous. Uh-huh. This is famous.
You're not better than Anthony Davis.
And let me add to this. Other than I think 1 or 2 of his early first year, for him to be not an offensive dude, most of his career he averaged at least 10 points. And that's with him not being an offensive.
Now, I like Mutombo. I don't have a problem with you saying being on the list. And I agree. I'm not mad at you taking Anthony Davis off because I don't feel like he's really done enough. He's still kind of, midway in his career. But Mutombo ain't better than Anthony Davis. And Manu Ginobili, damn sure better than Dame Dollar.
Bro, we talking about, what you talking about? Mutombo is number 2 all time on blocks. So he has to get a spot, bro. He's done stuff. He's done. AD did nothing in this league.
AD won the ring. Didn't you just tell me?
AD won a ring. AD won a ring just recently.
So what?
We talking about whole career. How many years has AD been in the league? At least 8, 9, right?
How many Mutombo was in the league?
Right. Mutombo did things while he was in the league. How many rings
did he win?
He didn't win no rings. But he went to the playoffs every year.
No, he did.
Yes, he did.
Every year.
Yes, he did.
Every year his career went to the playoffs.
I don't know every exact, but when he was in Denver, they were going to the playoffs. Yes, when they had Mahmoud in them, yes.
They went to a couple times.
They was going to the playoffs.
He went to the playoffs 13 times.
Who? Dikembe? Out of how many years?
We gotta see how many years he played. Oh, Dikembe 18 years. So
come on, man. Stop it, man.
So what that
stop it. How many right now AD got? You take them 2 away from the Lakers. He got 1 time he made the playoffs.
He got so what does it say? He got a ring, and them 3 times he been in the playoffs.
Okay.
Mutombo been there 13 times and ain't got 1.
Mutombo was the best player on teams, not scoring.
What? He
was the best player on that Denver team and wasn't a scoring threat. Come on, man.
I don't remember who's on that team, so I ain't.
Okay, but you remember Dikembe.
I remember.
I just said Mahmoud and them was on that team.
He was the best player.
On that team.
Mahmoud, Rodney Pack, and all of them was on that team.
You don't remember that?
Come
you only
on,
named 2 players.
That was that's all they had was 2 good players.
You.
All right.
He ain't better than Anthony Davis. He don't do more, and Manu
and another thing. The best ability is availability. Dikembe played damn near every game, every season.
That sounds good, but when that ball is healthy, he's a better player.
Yeah, you talking about when, like if. That's like saying if.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question. I'm going to quote you. Did you say he's the reason why they won that ring? The Lakers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but that still doesn't equate to him having enough ditties to be on this list.
On top of that, so since you're saying he's the reason why they won the chip, what's the reason why Dikembe won the chip? Oh, he didn't, right?
Dikembe never won a chip.
Exactly my point. So he was never the reason for winning the chip because he never won one.
Dikembe is not an offensive ball, though.
That don't mean shit. You can still win the chip, be a defensive ball. What is
like who?
Anybody.
Like who?
Anybody
Like
who's
who?
defensive
Name
boy
somebody.
won the chip.
Name somebody that was the man that just won the chip off being the defensive boy.
Mike.
Come on, man. Mike averaged 30-something.
He was a defensive boy, though.
Go ahead.
Was he not a defensive boy?
Go ahead, man. I said without scoring, without offense. You can't, because you don't even look at dudes that don't score.
No.
You don't look at dudes that
don't.
don't score. You one-minded. Your whole thing is putting up baskets.
Yeah, that's what wins the game. Putting up baskets.
No, it don't.
Yes,
you
it
got to
does.
stop the next team from putting up baskets.
No, you don't. Golden State wasn't stopping nobody. He was outscoring everybody.
Golden State, every year they won the chip. When they needed a key stop, they got a key stop,
they
brother.
didn't.
You
They
tripping.
was outscoring dudes.
You
What
lost
you
your
talking
mind.
about?
You lost
Have
your
you ever
Listen.
heard a better offense beats the best defense anytime?
Listen. The years that Golden State was winning the chip, they was outscoring niggas by damn near 20 points in the third quarter. They would come out and lock niggas down.
They wasn't locking shit. They
Go
was running
look it up.
and gunning.
Go
What you
look it
talking
up. They
about?
was outscoring niggas damn near by 20 points a quarter.
Exactly. That got nothing to do with defense. It's
Nigga,
already
20
done.
points means eventually somebody was playing defense
No, it
for
was
them in the
not.
shot.
Obviously, you don't watch the game. They was running and niggas was trying to keep up with
No,
their
no,
pace.
bro.
And they couldn't score with them.
No, bro. When they was playing Houston and them niggas was stopping them niggas. Don't do
He
that,
wasn't
bro.
stopping
Stop.
no fucking James
Stop, bro.
Harden and them.
Who you got, bro? Who you taking off? You done lost your mind.
This boy's crazy.
You basically said the two, Kyrie, AD and James Harden. But if I had to put a person on, I would have to put Kyrie Irving on, I think.
And who else?
And probably I would go with Klay Thompson, hands down.
Okay,
I ain't mad with Kyrie.
I'm more mad with Kyrie than James Harden. James Harden's better than Kyrie Irving.
I'll take. I can't.
James Harden does something that most dudes can't do.
I'd like to see how he's gonna play out this season with this new rule.
He ain't been getting to the line with that
The
new
rule, I know.
What
His
new
point
with that new rule,
with
kicking
the
your
shit,
leg
yeah.
out.
He don't kick. You guys don't watch the game.
Obviously, you must been lost.
He averages most of his points off the free throw
Do you know
line.
how exactly? Do you know how he gets to the line? Not from jumping
in
No,
the
it's
people.
not. You know what?
Bro.
When he goes to the basket,
Are
he
you
holds
in a bubble?
Excuse me. Let me finish.
Is he in a bubble? Does he
finish.
not know what's going on?
Let me finish.
Does
You
he
talking
not-
about 2 games into the season?
Are you not know that Jason Kidd and them are? Did they coaching everybody hard and them complaining that the rule was
How
affecting
many-
him?
You're talking about a season that ain't even a week in.
We're
I'm talking
not-
about every year up to since he got hurt.
Every year he
leaves out the free throws,
and
right?
free
Right,
throws.
and he don't this
Do
year.
you know how he gets them?
Yes,
Yeah.
by throwing
By
his
no-
body
When
into
he
you.
goes to the basket, he holds the ball down,
And
and
by throw-
everybody reaches.
James
That's
Harden
how
is a
he-
dirty player, though.
I don't give a fuck.
He is a dirty
Bro.
player.
That's
Bro.
that's
He
the
gra-
art.
he
to get
grabs
to the-
arms
to get
when
to
he's
foul
going to the-
line.
Bro, listen, I will tell you this. One focus. If focus, Kyrie Irving did beat Golden State hitting that jumper is better than James Harden.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
you
he's
done,
not.
Nigga, you done lost your mind.
What has Kyrie Irving done when he went to Boston?
No, I said
Nah.
that
Yeah,
Kyrie.
really.
I
He said
said
from
Kyrie,
Cleveland.
what's the difference?
He's not, that nigga not focused no more, man.
So why was he focused? Because LeBron? So that means he's only good when he played with LeBron.
No.
So why was he focused? What's the difference?
No, I don't know what's the difference is. I guess he wanted to win a ring. But it didn't work in Boston. But James Harden, it's never worked for James Harden.
That
James
doesn't
Harden, the
mean
same guy
shit.
that disappeared when the game on the line. Don't he?
Rings
Yep.
don't prove time.
I'm not talking rings. I said, ain't James? You like guys that disappear when the game on the line. James Harden disappear every year when the game on the line.
No,
Last year he got hurt. You right? No, he don't. Last year he got hurt. Before that, every year he disappears. They had that same Golden
Ain't you
State
the one
team.
to hype up
They-
Kawhi?
They the same Golden State team. They the same ones that had Golden State on the brink of elimination, right? And then Harden disappeared, right?
Didn't KD
He
and them have-
disappeared 2 years in a row
Didn't
against
KD
Golden
and them
State.
have Golden
Yes or
State
no?
down?
Was it 2 years in a row?
Yes.
2 years in a
Didn't
row.
KD
Harden.
have Golden State down 3-1?
No.
Yes.
Okay, did he disappear? And ain't that one of your favorite
No,
best
KD
players?
didn't disappear. KD didn't disappear. Don't say that.
Who disappeared then?
That's why.
But-
Should we rephrase? Should we go back to what you said? Because when that was brought up a couple weeks ago,
T-Mac,
you
he
specifically
be missing
said-
too.
You specifically said Russell Westbrook was on the team. Remember?
Yeah.
Taking a bunch of shots.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Okay, so if Westbrook is
Team-
taking some shots, Where the fuck is KD at?
T-Mac, and I think that was the fault for his career because he disappeared.
Disappears when the game is on the line.
Oh,
he
don't jump off that.
Because they're the same person. Harden and T-Mac give you 30 the first 36 minutes of the game.
Shit.
What about it? I did. I said he had Russell Westbrook.
Okay,
that's why he
so
left.
If Westbrook is there, where the fuck is he at? If Westbrook is taking these shots.
What do you mean where he at? Trying to get the ball. Point guard, pass me the ball. I was
he not
open.
push the rock any other time?
Nigga, I'm open.
Does he not grab the rebound and push the rock anytime?
No, he wasn't grabbing the rock.
Exactly.
All right, but there's been another name that's been thrown around that of a person that should have made it. Now, do you think?
Howard?
Yes. Do you think he should have made it?
Yeah, I think Dwight Howard
Now, would you take him over Dikembe Mutombo?
No.
No.
Would I take Dwight Howard over to him?
Dikembe.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Hell no. Dwight Howard. Listen, you want to talk about...
That's what I wanted to bring up.
You want to talk about being sold to us. Dwight Howard is a fucking...
How was he sold to us?
Dwight Howard.
I didn't even know who the fuck he was till he came in the league.
Man,
so how was he sold to us?
You must have been... Dwight Howard was a fucking...
You knew who Dwight Howard was in high school?
I knew him coming into the league, yeah.
No, you knew who he was because of the McDonald's All-Star game. You didn't know him before that.
Huh?
You didn't know him before the McDonald's
Coming into the league that year,
how did you know him?
12th grade year, he was hyped up as the best thing in the...
Exactly my point. You only knew him because of the McDonald's All-Star game. You did
no,
not hear
but
about
I said
Howard.
12th grade year. The McDonald's All-Star game is after 12th grade.
You did not know nothing about no nigga in Atlanta in the fucking 12 in his 12th grade
Vito,
year.
how long they been playing high school games on TV? Where you been at, bro?
So you see the Dwight Howard game on high school?
And the DeJuan Wagner. DeJuan Wagner came in the league before
was
him.
in Jersey. Dwight Howard was in Atlanta.
It don't matter. We talking ESPN. What about LeBron? Didn't you see LeBron before he came to the McDonald's?
Yes, but we did not see no Dwight Howard.
You did. Stop speaking.
What team he played for then?
Stop speaking for everybody.
What team did Dwight Howard play for?
I don't know what none of them niggas played for if we talking high school.
Exactly.
I don't know.
What LeBron played for.
No, yeah, St. Mary.
Exactly.
He the only one because of the videos and I don't know where Ben Simmons, I don't know Embiid, none of these new guys, I don't know where they play high school ball at. I just seen their games.
You ain't seen no fucking Dwight Howard.
No, I'm lying too. I did see Lil Okafor. No, which one played for Simeon? Was it Lil or Parker? One of them. I know one of they schools. Parker or Okafor, whichever one.
This is later when that shit was more popular.
It was popular then. DeJuan Wagner and all them used to be on ESPN. No, they wasn't.
We didn't see no Dwight Howard.
Listen, Dwight Howard came out in 03. LeBron came out in 02. So that shows you they was already playing games on ESPN.
We didn't see no Dwight Howard.
Think about it. You didn't.
You didn't either, man. Stop it.
Stop it, bro. Stop it, man. But no, Dwight Howard is sold to us.
How?
He's not that good.
How is he sold to us? If he's not that good, why does he have Hall of Fame numbers?
What numbers do he got? This Hall of Fame.
Defensive Player of the Year, Rebound Champion.
That's all the stuff I just said Mutombo got. That's all the stuff
Championship ring, and he
just got a championship ring, man.
Mutombo just never got a championship ring. So what the fuck is you talking about?
You talking about a nigga? You talking about a Dwight Howard just riding bench at the bench now, and you talking about a ring?
So let's do the math. Mutombo could have did all that, right?
He did.
But he still didn't get a ring.
He didn't.
What is you talking about?
He didn't do all of that.
Mutombo didn't take his team to a championship.
What I'm saying, Mutombo was on the team with AI now.
Defensive
Player of the Year.
Obviously, these don't work too well because I said the Mutombo never took his team to a championship.
He played a major part in that championship.
Oh, and hold on, before we go any further, let's quote you again. Remember, you told me everybody on that team got the accolades they got because they were the #1 seed in the AI was the man. You remember that?
No. But see, you wasn't here when we had this argument because we already looked them numbers up.
What?
Look them up again though. Mutombo averaged damn near 20. I was the only one sticking up for Mutombo in the playoffs and the finals against Shaq. Mutombo averaged damn near 20 against Shaq. I was the only nigga that stuck up for him. You wasn't here for that episode, so don't do that. You was there for something else.
Defensive player came from.
I didn't say him. I didn't say him. I said Aaron McKee got the 6 man. No, I said Aaron McKee got the 6 man of the year on the strength that they had the best record. I never said Dikembe. Good try though. Good try though. Mutombo averaged how much did Mutombo average in the finals against Shaq? He averaged like a dub.
He averaged like a dub elbows.
He averaged 16.8 a game.
Yeah. And how many rebounds?
So total rebounds, about 12 a game.
Come on, man.
You talking about one series? Go to a season and see what he averaged per season.
Bro, I told you
Howard
he averaged like 10 points a game, but Dwight Howard averaged all his points off dunks, bro.
Do Dwight Howard have any offense?
No.
So how was he able to average 20 points a game?
Off a dunk. He's more athletic than
athleticism don't make you score.
Okay.
Yes,
So here's a breakdown. Dwight Howard has 5 NBA first teams. Dikembe none.
That means nothing.
What? Say that again?
Dikembe has none.
Time out. I end all that shit right there. Ha ha ha.
End it.
NBA first team means you was the best center in the league, right? Mutombo's always played with Elijah Wan,
and the better
Ewing,
he was
Robinson, Shaq. Yes, right?
Like
he played in a different.
Yeah. All right, name another center that was nice that played when Dwight Howard played. Name somebody. From 03 to now.
See a list of centers.
Nigga, the real centers that he played was niggas that locked him down. Bynum, Gasol. Everybody else was nobodies in the league.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I can't.
Centers, not power forwards. Duncan and all them power forwards. Dwight Howard got shut down in the finals, right? You do remember that, right?
I don't recall that.
Oh, I bet you don't. Dwight Howard overhyped, bro. He's overhyped.
Oh, you ain't finished the comparison of Dwight Mutombo.
Oh yeah, you can finish it. He was trying to look that up though.
Dwight Howard has 8 all NBA teams. Dikembe has 3.
That's fine.
Dwight has 4 all defensive first teams. Dikembe has 3. Dwight Howard has 5 all defensive teams. Dikembe has 6. Dwight has 3 defensive players of the year. Dikembe has 4. Dwight Howard has 5 rebound leaders. Dikembe has 2. And Dwight has 2 as block leaders. Dikembe has 3.
So that's not about kind of even to me.
Yes, except for Dwight Howard averaged more points.
You do have to take that into the consideration, though. The level of centers, the competition back when Dikembe.
I take that into consideration.
Man, Dikembe was averaging 2 blocks and 12 points against the greatest, the 3 of the greatest.
No.
5 centers.
He was averaging that against everybody
He went from
else.
Ewing. He played against Ewing, David Robinson, Shaq.
Come on, man.
He had
You hating
on the guys.
You hating, man. Dwight Howard. If Dwight Howard played with them niggas,
you can't say that.
If Dwight Howard played, we wouldn't
had no offense either.
We wouldn't be talking about Dwight Howard right now if he played when Dikembe Mutombo.
Dwight Howard took a team to the championship.
What team? You lost your
He said,
fucking
what
mind.
team?
Orlando.
Man, you lost your fucking mind.
That team to the championship.
That team was loaded.
They was low. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nelson, Turkoglu, and Rashad Lewis loaded?
They team was
older
loaded.
Rashad Lewis or older Turkoglu?
With they bench and all of that, nigga, with the white boy coming off the bench and all that. The ball head white boy that backed up Dwight.
Who?
Come on, man.
What's his name?
And the dark skin boy from overseas, Pascal, and man, them
That's
niggas was
loaded
loaded
to you?
Bro, them niggas was loaded. They had
Lakers with Magic, that's loaded.
Bro,
That team ain't fucking loaded.
Listen, you gotta stop doing that. You gotta listen.
All right,
You
so
can't time out. Let me before you read that off.
Read it
bro,
out.
You can't compare. You only want to bring up 80s teams when you're talking about loaded. What I'm saying is, don't compare.
Okay.
Listen,
Golden State was
time
loaded. Golden State was loaded.
This Orlando team, that Orlando team compared to when Boston and all them played back then, it's 2 different NBAs.
Golden State.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, for this year of the NBA, when you look at the teams, Boston was loaded. They were loaded.
But let me read off the squad though. They had Hedo Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis, Dwight Howard, Jameer Nelson, Rafer Alston, Courtney Lee, Michael Petras, Keith Bogan.
Petras, that's who I was talking about.
They had JJ Redick.
No, Gortat was the boy I was talking about.
Amarson Gortat, Tyronn Lue, Jeremy Richardson, Brian Cook.
Okay, but you didn't got to go for it. That's loaded.
Yes,
compared that time, yeah.
Listen,
what year they win the championship?
Listen, I do you one better. Just go right now and pull up Cleveland. Right? Pull up Cleveland team for that year And then you'll see what I mean. They beat Cleveland.
No, they lost to the Lakers.
Yeah, but they beat Cleveland.
Who the Lakers had on the team?
They had Bynum in them.
The Lakers had Bynum in it when
Yes. No, the Lakers had Bynum in them when they beat Orlando.
So Orlando lost to LA in the championship, right?
Yes.
And who they had on the team?
I just told you, Bynum and
Kobe in them, right?
Bynum, Kobe in them, right?
And that team not even loaded in my opinion with Bynum and Kobe. So
we're gonna compare to the rest of the NBA leagues.
No, that's not compared. Nigga, loaded is a bunch of nigga.
So they had LeBron, Mo Williams, Delonte West, Andre Vergel. They had Ilagauskas.
Compared to them, they were loaded.
What the fuck they were?
Come on, man.
And Daniel Gibson, Ben Wallace, Wally Serbiak.
What the fuck is you
Bro,
talking about?
Ilgauskas was fucking old as shit.
Joe Smith.
Knock it the fuck off.
What's the name?
Bro,
Turkoglu was old.
Lorenzen Wright.
Bro, I don't care what you listen, bro. I don't care what bullshit you try to kill right now. They team was nowhere near as good as Orlando team. Bro.
Why did you only pick out Cleveland though? It's 31 other teams.
Because that's the team they beat. No, Boston and all, and they beat Boston too. But Garnett was hurt. That's why they pulled Bart.
It's not Turkoglu.
Bro, compared to the rest of the NBA, the Eastern Conference, bro.
Okay,
knock it off.
Say they had a better team than some other teams, but that's not loaded.
Bro, they were loaded compared.
That's not loaded, man.
Yes, they had a bunch of RA players to a bunch of niggas that wasn't in the league once LeBron left.
KD in them is loaded. That's
bro, that's a different era. You talking about
the era? We talking about good players on the team.
Nigga, you talking about when it went to all superstars on the team.
That's
nigga, no, I'm talking about when they were regular role teams with role players on it.
You hear what you said? Regular role team with role players. You can't be loaded with a bunch of role players on your team.
You can't. What the fuck is you talking about?
If your whole team is role players,
nigga, San Antonio been loaded for years, and they had fucking Manu and Timmy, and that's it. And a bunch of good role players. Stop it, man.
You can't be loaded with all role players, man.
Bro, yes,
you just said Dwight Howard ain't that ball, right?
You listen.
Let's do the math.
Listen, the only way you can't be all loaded with all role players is if it's a team with all superstars on it. Back then, them teams didn't have all superstars on it.
I'm confused. You said Dwight Howard is not that ball.
He's not that ball. They had a good team.
So how was they loaded?
They had a great team. Who was their best player? Dwight Howard was their best player.
So how the fuck was they loaded? You said he.
They still was. What the fuck did Dwight Howard?
They went 59-23 that season.
You have to have at least one superstar. You can't be loaded.
They had good players on their team, bro. They had good players. A bunch of good players. That's why they were average.
Were they good or were they great?
You keep listen to what I'm saying.
Golden State good or great?
You keep comparing Golden State when it was superstars on one team. No, we're going back to the listen. I know you want to be. I know you want to be young forever. Go back to the era before, because you're stuck in the last 2 years.
You just told me I go back to the 80s.
Go back. No. Go back to Orlando when they went to the finals. It was no big threes. It was no teams with multiple superstars.
So when they went to the finals,
it was
regular.
We're not talking about Shaq and them, bro. Yes, they were regular back then.
You told me
they had a good team.
I'm stuck in the last 2 years. Before that, you said
we're talking about Orlando Magic team.
You told me before that I go back to the 80s team. So
listen to what I'm telling you. You're trying to compare this Orlando Magic team to when teams had 2-3 superstars, and I'm saying
so the definition of loaded changed back because back then.
What you're saying is loaded is after that team.
After that, okay.
What's your definition?
Let me go before that team. The Orlando team with Shaq and Penny.
We're talking about this Orlando team. This NBA. No, they wasn't loaded. Yeah. No.
Shaq and Penny team was not loaded.
Shaq and Penny?
Yeah.
Or Shaq and Kobe?
No. I just said Orlando team with
Shaq and Penny were loaded. Yes.
Okay, so was Shaq and Kobe loaded?
No.
So hold on. So let me get this straight. You saying Shaq and Kobe Lakers wasn't loaded, but Orlando was loaded with Dwight Howard and Ginobili?
With who? Dwight Howard and
Ginobili?
Turkoglu. Different eras.
What the era got to do with you being loaded?
Because,
it don't matter what year you played.
Listen, Dwight Howard played on a team where it was. Who was the superstars? Who was the superstars in the NBA when Dwight Howard and them went to the chip? Garnett and them was over the hump. Kobe and them, the team that they lost to. right?
LeBron was a superstar.
Yes, and we just pulled up his roster.
And Rashad Lewis was on the other end of the career at the time.
You're killing me. What I'm saying
What
I'm saying is, at that point in time, it was still the old NBA when you had some teams had a bunch of good role players, right? Or some teams had Kobe and the guys, Kevin Garnett and the guys. This is how the league was when they went to the chip. LeBron had the best record, but his second best player was Mo Williams. You see what I'm saying? It didn't switch over like that until.
What the fuck does any of that got to do with having a loaded team?
Because that's what was loaded.
No, it's
you're
not.
considering loaded today.
No,
you're
I'm
considering.
not. I can go before and after. So what is you talking about?
We're not talking about before and after. We're talking about the time they were in the NBA.
Okay, so
all the top teams. We just
named
named the top teams. We just named Boston. Boston wasn't loaded at the time.
Okay,
we just named Cleveland. There was a top team. They had nobody on the team. When you talk about full teams, about full teams, Orlando was loaded. Go ahead.
When you look up a definition in dictionary, it doesn't matter what year it is. The definition is the same. So before Orlando and them came, a loaded team was a team like Boston Celtics, LA Lakers, teams like that. They had a bunch of great.
And what I'm saying is they beat Boston.
Talk for half an hour.
They beat Boston.
Not Boston. I'm talking about.
They beat that Boston. They did after the big three. That's what I said. Listen to what I'm saying. I didn't.
No, we listened to you already.
When they beat Boston to go to the chip. What are you talking about?
Are you listening?
Are you listening to me?
Go ahead, Vito. Finish.
I said the definition of a loaded team was the LA Lakers and the Boston Celtics. I ain't talking about the
Boston
big
three.
Excuse me, can I finish? You will understand if you stop talking. I ain't talking about Boston Celtics of their era. I'm saying the loaded Boston Celtics with Bird and all them guys. They was loaded. The Lakers, they were loaded.
Yes.
Before that, okay, let me finish. Now after that Orlando team, Shaq and Kobe, they was loaded. LeBron,
we're not,
and Miami was.
You can only go at the moment.
Excuse me. Can you relax? Let somebody else talk.
You can only go at the moment.
The Heat with LeBron and Wade.
What do that got to do with now?
The Heat with LeBron and Wade that was loaded.
That was after.
Golden State that was loaded. I just named two teams before them.
That was after. Name teams that was loaded while they won when they went to the chip.
Why?
You can only name the Lakers.
Excuse me.
And Boston,
but they beat Boston. The Lakers wasn't loaded though.
You can. What?
You told me the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe wasn't loaded.
Not when Shaq and Kobe wasn't on the team when they beat Shaq. It was Shaq and Gasol.
I just asked this man was the Lakers.
Yes, we're not talking about that Lakers team.
This is your problem. You talk more than you listen.
No, I'm telling you, the Orlando team that lost to the Lakers. The Lakers. They lost to Kobe, Gasol, Bynum, Meta World Peace. That team was loaded.
What that got to do with what I'm talking about?
That's what the question
I asked you.
I answered.
Was Shaq and Kobe Lakers loaded? You told me
no. But that don't got nothing to do with Gasol and them Lakers.
I didn't say nothing about that.
But that's who they played.
Was Shaq and Kobe Lakers loaded?
No.
So, but you could say Orlando with Dwight Howard and Hedo Turkoglu was loaded.
Are you not listening to the whole conversation?
You keep saying the era. Just because the year they played it does not mean
I'm not talking about the era. I'm talking about the amount of competition on the other teams.
What that got to do with your team being loaded? You said they was loaded.
That's what you consider loaded.
No,
when every team is right here. And you got a team that got a bunch of... Yes, it is, man.
No, the fuck it's not. You don't even know the meaning of
loaded. So what's loaded then?
Loaded means a bunch of great players.
No, the fuck it don't.
Yes, the fuck it does.
No, it don't, man.
What the fuck does it mean?
No, it don't. Let me ask you this. I asked you a perfect question. Phoenix Suns last year, loaded team?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. You lost your fucking mouth. Milwaukee Bucks, loaded team last year?
No.
Yes. As a team,
Golden
yes.
State
Loaded means you're deep, bro. You're trying to make loaded be about, like I said, dude. Look, he all about offense.
But I don't agree with Milwaukee, though. I don't think they were loaded. Not like Phoenix.
Milwaukee was the best team. They had... When I'm saying
about
loaded,
listen, loaded. They got all the talent.
No, they got the best talent.
That's loaded.
No, it's not.
So
it's not.
Brooklyn's not loaded?
Listen, no, they're not. That's why Brooklyn lost
They
because
lost because of injury, man.
they lost because if they take 1 or 2 injuries to their main dudes,
They
they
don't have no
gone.
depth.
They lost
They
due
gone.
to injury.
What this is the definition of loaded. When you're 9, 10 players deep on the team.
it's not.
When you got 3 great players and a bunch of
So
fucking
Golden
duds.
State was loaded with KD in them?
Yes.
They was loaded?
Yes, they were loaded.
Okay.
And
Why
they how many deep were they? How many deep
About
were they?
7.
Bob 7, 8, right. All right,
Was
then.
Chicago Bulls loaded?
Which one?
And
With
yeah,
Jordan?
with Jordan, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes, they were.
So who else besides Scotty and Pippen? Scotty and Jordan makes them loaded. BJ
bro.
Armstrong and dudes like that?
Horace Grant, bro.
Okay.
Next
Who
time.
else? You said 7 makes them loaded. That's only 3. Give me more.
No, bro,
Give me
listen.
more.
I can name their whole team.
I'm waiting. Give me more.
I can name their whole team
Give
for
me
what?
more that
What
makes
you
them
want?
loaded.
Kukoc and all them?
Give me
Ron
more.
Harper? You want them dudes?
They
What?
won 3
But
chips.
time out.
They won 3 chips before all them dudes. Name
Time-
the
time-
3 the first 3. Give me
So what you want? Paxson and all them,
That's
bro?
loaded?
Bro, loaded means you got a great team of multiple players, bro.
No.
Them not multiple
Average players don't make
scorers.
you loaded.
Not multiple scorers.
Average players don't make you
Bro,
loaded.
when you have no voids to fill, they dominant on rebounding, they dominant on defense, they got a dude that can score. That's a
Who was the
loaded
second
team
Kobe
when you can do
Lakers?
everything.
All right, well, we gonna keep it moving because I see it's 2 different definitions I see coming out
No,
right
it's
now.
only
Loaded
one.
and loaded team.
No, it's loaded to him means as much firepower as you can have.
That's
Forget
loaded.
defense and everything.
No, Shaq and Kobe had defense on the Lakers. What are you talking about?
Shaq and Kobe.
Derek Fisher,
What about him?
defense. Kobe Bryant, defense. What the fuck is you talking about?
Next topic, man.
We're gonna get off of basketball.
This ball
So,
is mine, man.
folks out there, what's your top 5 underrated rap albums of all time?
I know somebody ready to go left on this.
Oh man, this is gonna be interesting.
I know it. This ball already got me hot, sweating.
Exactly.
Who going
You
first,
know he's
man?
pressing.
Oh, man.
I ain't under no pressure, man.
No, I'll
Just
set
that-
it off.
that
All right,
hot-
go ahead. Come on, Vito. You go ahead.
My number 5 is T.I. the King album.
Okay.
Okay.
Got songs front to back. What you know about that and Get It. Probably my
Okay.
favorite song on the album.
Okay.
My number 4, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. CNN War Report.
Uh-huh.
Bloody Money. T.O.N.Y. Stick You.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3, Big Pun. One of the best lyricists in the game. Capital Punishment.
Okay.
You know, especially with the deep
Got my
cover
pick.
when they redid that was my shit.
Yeah.
My number 2, a lot of dudes don't know nothing about this guy. It's before y'all time.
Who, Mace?
Cool G Rap, 4,
Okay.
5, 6 album.
Okay.
And my number 1, I'm giving him number 1 because I feel like not only does he have one underrated album, I feel like he has 2 underrated albums that should have been way more than what they was.
Who's that?
Beans, The Truth, and Public Enemy number 1. Both of them was way underrated, and them Jones was fire all the way through.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Beans.
Yeah, I'll go next, man. Let you finish off yours next. And my number 5, I can't even lie, bro. Any AZ album, underrated. Any AZ album, underrated. I'm sorry, the man just doesn't get enough props on any of his
Yeah,
albums.
he does.
Pieces of a Man is my shot.
And I have never even heard an AZ album, but he definitely got spilled.
You need to get your catalog, right, brother.
Yeah,
My number 4 is Philadelphia Freeway.
Okay.
Which
was-
one?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia
First
Freeway.
off,
That was my jam. My number 3, Doc's the Name, Redman.
Okay.
That was my joint. Number 2, I got Jesus Piece by The Game.
I like that album. That's
Yeah,
a good
that was my
I
jam.
didn't even know.
And at number 1, you
joint.
already.
Lost, man. You lost.
And at number 1, he already mentioned the Capital Punishment by Big Pun.
Really,
that was
number 1?
yeah. I like that album, man. He's
Shout out Pun. I gotta
Yeah.
go back and listen to that joint again. He has some shit on there, though.
yep. All right, so you go ahead, Brian.
I actually debated putting CNN up there, but not the War Report. The War Report is great because it's raw, but I think a lot of people be sleeping on the Reunion, underrated album. Just missed my top 5. My number 5. You said Mac, but you didn't say none of the albums. Mac's best album is The Becoming with Flatline and all that on there, and that joint don't get enough love. That joint is really a masterpiece. My number 4, I think you had him number 4 too. Philadelphia Freeway.
Yep.
Very underrated album. even though what we do is wrong and all that on there.
Is that the one with Free on it?
Free.
Yeah.
Woo, yep. That's the intro. My number 3. I know they say I'm biased and all that. Nas, I Am. Very underrated album. Very slept
What songs are on
on.
that album?
Hate Me Now.
That came out when we was actually in middle school. I remember.
No, that came out in high school.
What? No, I'm sorry. High school. You're right. You're right. High school.
Besides Hate Me Now.
High school.
Hate Me Now, Favor for a Favor.
He had the track with Aaliyah.
Life is what you make it. I want to talk to the president.
That was my
what
shit.
else
That
is
was
on
actually
there?
a really good album.
New York State of Mind, Part 2. Yeah, that album.
You could listen to that one almost straight through.
Money, money, money. My bitch is my money. You don't remember that album?
No.
I remember the album.
High school. Yep.
Yeah, you need to get your catalog right. What's his name? Kyle? Mike? Somebody help this guy, man. He knows nothing about hip hop, like you guys said. Number 2, and this is a shot at him too, because you had him as number 1 for greatest album of all time, which is not even better than this album. DMX, Flesh is My Flesh, Blood is My Blood. Very underrated album. It's better than his first album. I don't care what you talking about. The creativity on that album, the songs is way better.
No, it's not.
The first album gives you a more rugged feel, but the Flesh in My Flesh is just a complete album. The number 1 album, and I love these guys as a group, but I look you in your face and I look everybody that's sitting right here in their face. Another shot at the lefty. We Are the Streets is a great album, but the greatest album that ever came out from anybody in LOX and the most underrated album of all time is Styles P, A Gangsta and a Gentleman. If you ain't heard it, go listen to it. It's the greatest thing to come out of that
I ain't mad at that, but that's not even his greatest album, let alone the greatest album that came out from the
that's the greatest album from front to back.
You must never heard of Ghost in the Shell and shit like that.
I heard all of that. I heard all of that shit. The greatest thing to come out of that camp, out of that LOX camp, as far as solo projects, A Gangsta and a Gentleman.
Now, don't get me wrong, that's a great album, but that's not even his best work.
Gangsta and a Gentleman.
Gangsta and a Gentleman is that work.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, though. So that's my list right there, the official list. Not none of this watered down stuff. These.
Oh, and I want to give an honorable mention to something a lot of you young cats probably not know about. But go check out Ram Squad old album. That was my shit.
Which one?
The first one.
The yellow
one, yes.
Okay.
That was that work.
Okay. You think Tommy get enough love credit? He broke a lot of artists in the city.
Yeah.
Do you think
he made Nelly and them famous?
Yeah, I know, but do you think he get enough credit?
Nah, because he's older. A lot of younger dudes don't know about him.
Like
niggas our age, probably a lot of dudes in our era don't know nothing about them.
Cause he kind of like broke Eve, Miss J. The first time I heard Mike Knox and them, I heard them through Tommy. So it's like a lot of artists in the city I heard for the first time through Tommy. And I think Major Figures too. They broke a lot of artists too. Cause I used to like the Young Boy Spittage. The first time I ever heard Spittage was on one of their tapes.
And fucking with Tommy was really made me notice Mace more when they had that little battle.
Oh yeah, when Mace did him dirty.
Harlem World, matter of fact, that's an underrated album.
But listen up, a funny story about that, right? My man used to be like this with Tommy, and he tell me that when Mace came to the city, he came in, Tommy like showed him, that's who he checked in with, Tommy. Tommy showed him around, showed him love the whole day. They went to do the show, Tommy pulled that shit out the hat. Like he was trying to flodge on Mace. and Mace did he dirty on the scene.
Damn.
Yeah. He did him dirty on the scene, so that's a funny joint, man.
Damn.
But yeah, though, man. So, we got anything else?
Yeah, I want to ask the audience if y'all have any recommendations for topics for us to talk about. Just let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. We definitely,
especially the ladies.
Yeah, like Well, I already know. I've been hearing from the ladies. They want us to do open format where we open it up besides music and sports.
Okay.
That's
now, is this just us, or are we inviting these ladies?
Well, we've already had requested for ladies to come up, so
Yeah.
So you know,
I'm open to that.
we just gotta get the topic down and boom, where it go, people. So you know, let us know. That's it. We good?
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah,
got
good.
shout outs? Anything? Hustle and Heart. What up, dog? Appreciate y'all once again for tuning in, showing us love. Just continue to show the support. Continue to spread the word about the page. You know, and we'll holla at you. I'm your boy Brown.
It's your boy Jon.
Boy Vito.
We
So
out.
next time, people, please tell everybody to keep it a C note. We holla at y'all.
Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da.